Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Windshield Time at Mountainland Supply. I'm Joey. I'm here with Brandon, our CEO.
Hey, everyone.
So today we're going to be discussing another one of our core values. Last time we talked about courage and what that means at our company. Today we're going to talk about another one of our core values, collaboration. And this core value is kind of near and dear to all of our hearts. Brandon's going to tell you his opinion on it in a second. And we kind of have the same opinion. Collaboration is vital. Us working together and coming together for different projects and unifying behind the vision of the company is vital to our success. If we don't do it, this company dies.
Yep.
So
it takes every single one of us, right? And we all have to work in concert with each other and making sure that that we're rowing in the same direction. That's how we're going to get success. And collaboration is huge in that success that we've had. And it's so interesting for me. Like over the years, you get a lot of people that will talk to you and say, "Hey, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you so much for what you do for the company." And I want to tell you right now, my thoughts on that are really, you know what? It's not me. It's not you, Joe. It's not our executive team. It takes every single one of us in this company, all 1,000 employees, to be able to get the success that we've had. Now we all have different responsibilities. We all do different things, but it takes every single one of us. It takes every single department. It takes every single person. It takes everything to work in concert with each other to be able to have success. So collaboration is huge. If we didn't have collaboration, if we didn't collaborate, we wouldn't be where we're at today. Let's be honest with it.
Yeah.
With that, so
I heard an interesting quote over the weekend. It was, harmony is everybody doing something different, but doing it together. And I think that in a nutshell is kind of what makes this company awesome. Our diversity is our strength. Our one thing that we learned when we went through the economic downturn was we needed to diversify.
Yeah.
And that's why you've seen over the years, we've gone into so many different verticals. We were so dependent upon residential construction between waterworks and HVAC through that, 2008 through 2012. We really determined that we had to diversify. We had to be different. And I think through that diversity, we have become stronger.
Yeah.
We've become a more attractive company for people to do business with because now we can be more of a one-stop shop. But I think our people, the more diverse we are, the more attractive we are too, because we get different opinions and we get far more interesting opinions. And as we come together with all those different points of view and perspectives, and we can blend that together, this becomes a really, really cool company.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important, right? Because if we had everybody that had the same mindset, same perspective, everything like that, we'd come to the same conclusion on all these problems that we have.
Oh, and how boring would that be?
It would be boring, but collaboration, what do you have to collaborate about?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have the same idea, same solution.
Rubber stamp it.
But diversifying our people and who we are, and just even geographically, just backgrounds, experience, things of that nature, and it's this huge melting pot that we have. Collaboration becomes even more important. So Joey alluded to, I have my opinion on this, and out of our core values that we have, a little quick story about this. I remember I was, I think it was like 2 years ago. I can't even remember. Driving down to Mesquite, we were going to have a sales summit there. And I was just, I was supposed to be talking about core values, which I don't think I did at the time. Maybe briefly I did, but I remember just thinking about them. And I was literally going through, is it the Virgin River Canyon down there? Is that what that's
the
called?
Gorge.
The Gorge?
Yep.
I'm going through that, and I can tell you exactly where I was at. I had this thought. I'm like, holy crap. Out of all of our core values, which one's most at risk? And it was collaboration. And some of you have heard me talk about this, because if you think about our other 5 core values besides collaboration, all of us can do it on our own. If you want to be courageous, you can go be courageous. You don't need me, Joe, to be courageous, right? You get to decide if you're going to be courageous and have courage.
Right.
If you want to have compassion, that's on you.
Yep.
Like, you can choose to have that. But collaboration, I can't just collaborate with myself. In the mirror every morning, I guess I can collaborate with myself and have a discussion, but
Not going to get very far.
not very far.
Yeah.
But collaboration, really, that's the one where it takes two people or multiple parties to be able to actually fulfill this core value. And the larger we get, the more, I hate to use this term, but maybe more corporate that we become. That collaboration, that's the one where it can maybe move on us a little bit. And I don't want it to move. I want it to keep it what we originally intended it to be. And that's being able to talk with each other, communicate with each other, and have these great ideas and be able to come to a solution quickly, for example. I mean, you go into some of these companies, and if you want to, you need to get a new forklift, let's say, right? I've worked for companies that it'll take us a month to 2 months just to get through the process. And how many times are they coming back and saying, okay, why do you need this?
Right.
And then they pass on, okay, why do you need this? It's like, oh my gosh, we just need this and it's holding us back. But our company has been so nimble because of that communication process that we've been able to institute. But my fear is the larger we get, the harder it's going to be for us to really stay true to that core value of collaboration.
Yeah, I mean, collaboration at its heart is communication.
Oh, for sure.
And I think of all the tools that are built for communication. I mean, you have text, you have email, you have phone calls, you have IM, you have, all these different methods and tools to help us communicate, and we still suck at it. I'm speaking for myself. I still suck at it. Ask my wife. Yeah. I still suck at communicating. And I think that, as we utilize more and more of those tools, we can become better at it. One of the tools that you can use here at our company is the level 10 process. If we're utilizing that really effectively, collaboration becomes a lot easier, because then we, as the ELT, we understand what the needs are. Yeah. And otherwise, I always say I'm fat and happy till somebody tells me I'm fat.
Yeah.
You've got to let us know where we need to fix something. And if we don't, we're just going to keep on cruising.
I think that's part of the success that we've had with collaboration is that level 10 that you mentioned, that you alluded to.
Yeah.
Because theoretically, if it's done correctly from the process that we've outlined, if there's an issue, even at the driver level, let's say,
yeah,
that can get up to our team and back down to them in about a week.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks most.
Right.
I'll give you some leniency, but usually within a week. And that's why that level 10 process, that communication process, is so important for our company to be able to have in place, but more importantly, that people actually follow and use.
Right.
If you don't use it, we can give you all the tools that you want, but if you don't use them, then we're never going to have the success that we need.
Yeah.
You're never going to be able to feel heard or fulfilled.
You're going to feel like my wife. You're going to feel neglected and sad because I don't ever communicate with her.
So, but that level 10, that's a huge thing that I've seen in our company, to be able to keep us to that, really what the true meaning of that core value in my mind of collaborating and resolving issues and communicating together about resolving those issues. That's really what we need.
2 minds are better than 1. 3 minds are better than 2. That's the whole idea behind collaboration, is that the whole is always bigger than the sum of the parts.
Yep.
Right. If we try and just go alone, we're never going to be as successful as if we get some help and get some other opinions and do it together.
And there's a key of being, collaborating together. I think on this podcast, I've talked about it, when weekly, we have our meeting as an executive team. And when we sit around that table, titles don't matter. Everybody has an equal vote. Everybody has an equal opinion. We hear and listen to everybody because we know together we can come to a better resolution
right,
for the problems that we have within our company. And it's just not one person. It's not me at the end of the table pounding my fist on the table and saying, this is what we're going to do. You're wrong. My idea is the best. None of that happens behind that closed door. It is everybody gets heard, and we honestly take the best solution. And it's fun because in my mind, I usually, if I have an IDS, we're coming in and I'm like, okay, this is how we're going to resolve it. And then at the end of that, it's like, okay, maybe we took a little bit of a component, maybe 25% or a third of that, and we've added a third from Joe, and we've added a third from, Calver or Ben Meekum or Bruce. We put that in, and now it's like, wow, we got this beautiful solution there.
Right.
way better than I thought we could ever get going into it. So anyways, but it takes all of us to be able to collaborate and to be able to sit there together and have that discussion and be humble enough to listen to other people and being able to listen to it and honestly deeply down deep saying, you know what, I can go into this and I don't have to be right.
Yeah.
Someone else might have a better idea and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Humility is a massive part of
Huge.
it, of collaboration, being able to say, you know what, maybe my idea, even though I like it a lot and I think it's great, maybe my idea isn't the best idea.
Yep.
Or maybe it just needs another component and then it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going into those meetings, I don't have to go in there and just listen to myself. I'm okay listening to other people.
Yeah.
And I like listening to other people and what they have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thank you for joining us for a little bit more Windshield time. We will see you on the next trip.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.